Hi guys, Hans Armor here, and today we're in a new filming space and with a new blaster. So let's get this out of the box and let's start talking about it. So today we're looking at the Ultra 4 and getting it out of the package. This is pretty nice. I like this blaster. It's huge. I know I've been watching Wacom's reviews of the Ultra line, and he keeps saying that the box art makes the blasters look decently big, and then you get them out of the box and they're huge. And yeah, at least this one is chunky. Now this is the first Ultra blaster I've gotten my hands on, and frankly, there's only two Ultra blasters right now that I'm interested in. The Ultra 2 I'm interested in because it's a very unique flyable blaster, and I really want to get my hands on one of the Elite Dart kits, whether it be by Gavin Fuzzy or I can't remember who the other one is, the more drop-in one, because I want to test it using it as a sidearm, because I think it could be very useful, especially in games like HVZ. And of course, the Ultra 4, because I spent the $15 to get my hands on an Ultra 4. That being said, I'm not too disappointed. Now, of course, I really don't care about the ammunition. The Ultra Dart, I guess, was kind of the first recent scandal the modding community had with Hasbro. Of course, there's the whole thing with the Elite 2.0 line, but I'm not going to brand bash. I don't plan on buying any of those blasters. I probably will never get my hands on those blasters because none of them are interesting to me, and I would rather not support that line, which would probably just take our community down some rather negative paths given how unmodder friendly it is. So I'm gonna steer clear of that. And I'm probably also gonna steer clear of the Ultra Dart because, well, they just feel fragile. They are dense, whereas like your normal foam dart. Oh, I've got a Adventure Force Pro Dart here. They've got like squish to them, but then they do spring back. These are great darts, by the way. Whereas the Ultra Dart's foam is very dense, and it almost feels like if you just squeeze a little too hard, it'll just crack. It feels very much like styrofoam, but like a harder cell styrofoam. Of course, the Ultra Dart's nothing new. This is just my first time getting my hands on it. And frankly, I've got 1, 2, 3, and probably not going to put any more Ultra Darts through this because I've got some schemes. If you're interested in those, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when those projects come through. That being said, we should probably do an overview of the blaster. It is this very large silhouette, hand cannon-y, Destiny looking thing that I rather like. It is very thin, which I think is a good thing actually, because it makes this holsterable, whereas if it was this tall and wider, it'd be hard to find a holster for. I have not tried it in my Blaster Tech holsters, but I will as soon as I can. Of course, I just took this out the box. Moving around, it is a just front loader single shot, which the dart fits kind of tight, and it does have like a tightening ring instead of a tightened bit of barrel at the base of the dart. This is a tightening ring about here. So I don't know what all that's doing as far as performance goes, whether it's longer time with air seal so you get more acceleration or what, but that's the barrel system it has going on here. You can see the O-ring on the plunger in there. I'm sure you can't with my lighting in here, but it is like a 2.5 to 3 inch draw in the plunger tube. Speaking of draw, that's huge. The draw on this is very long, and it is a geared system, which, spoilers if you haven't watched the Captain Xavier's Can't Take a K-26 episode is on. think this thing will take heavy springs like a champ. Because the geared priming mechanism makes it easier on the draw, as well as I think they're pretty robust. I haven't cracked this open yet, but I think they're pretty good. One thing I do really like about this is the fact that the priming bar retracts. Usually I don't mind when priming bars stick out when it's primed, but given how long this is, that would just kind of kill the blaster for me, because that becomes so unwieldy and I'd be worrying about bending it and breaking it. But the fact that it retracts, I think, is great. You have a sling point back here and a tack rail up here, but those are ancillary. I guess you could sling it. I prefer to holster things that don't have shoulder stocks, or that are, still, sidearm sized. Moving around, this grip is a little weird. It's rather comfortable in my hand. I do have longer fingers. It is pretty comfortable. I have heard some complaints about the Ultra grips, and I do think this front strap here is a little too wide, but it is pretty comfortable. And the trigger, I think, plays a lot into that, because it is this beautifully crisp, short trigger pull, and it's just right where you want it. It's a pretty good hand feel. There is dart storage down below. Like I said, that's not going to be used anymore, because I shot my Ultra darts for camera for the review. I'm never shooting Ultra darts ever again, unless they do fun things in games. And to that end, my main project I'm wanting to do with this that involves some modularity should let you keep firing Ultra darts. We'll see how it works out. That's a new CAD project for me that we'll see how it goes. I have heard some things about the gold plating up here flaking off, and mine seems fine. Of course, no paint on the other side kind of stinks, because frankly, that side looks fine. I'm probably going to sand it all down and paint it up in my colors, especially if I make something cool. And I do think this will be a rather easy blaster to paint, because it looks like you can just take these white bits of shell off and paint them, which frankly, all I'd want to do is add some of my red color to it and kind of leave it. Get rid of the 4. But that being said, that's my reaction to the Ultra 4. I will have some projects coming up, hopefully fairly soon. I'm excited about this blaster. Like I said before, I don't like the ammo type, but frankly, it does hit pretty good out the box. It does have a big plunger tube. If I've got to throw away 4 darts to get to a new powerhouse fun blaster, I'm not too mad about it. I think having the slightly bigger bore diameter opens up some options for things like barrel inserts, as just for general rebarreling. I think personally, I would have preferred this to be a Mega Blaster, just because, well, then you could shoot Mega, which I do think is a useful ammo type, and still have the options to rebarrel easily. But that being said, that's my review of the Nerf Ultra 4, and my first looks at Ultra darts, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My channel keeps on growing, and it's all because of you guys who give me all the views. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.